Welcome to the first ever Impact Youth video devotional. Today I'm going to make a devotional to help you in reading the Bible. The purpose of these devotionals isn't to tell you everything that you need to know about what's in the Bible. I want you to actually be the one who does the reading yourself. When I make these devotionals, I simply want to prime your thinking for what you're going to be reading about as you read that chapter or those chapters of the Bible. My first project for each one of you that I would like to assign is to have you read the book of Genesis in the month of September. Whoever reads the book of Genesis over the course of September, I will treat to ice cream on my dime, free to you some night after youth on a Wednesday night. So that's my challenge. Genesis is 50 chapters. It tells about the origin of the entire world and all of God's people. It's full of stories, many of which you've probably heard in Sunday school, and I think that you'll have a great time reading it. If you read just 15 chapters a week, you will easily complete it in time for the end of September. Your first assignment as you try to read through the book of Genesis is to read chapters 1 and 2 together. What you'll find is that they're essentially two different accounts about the same story, God creating the world out of nothing. And what I want you to do is read both those accounts and pay attention to what the similarities are and what the differences are. The similarities obviously point to the most important piece of what the author of Genesis wanted us to know. The differences show us that the story was told in two different ways, Genesis 1 being more poetry, Genesis 2 being more story. Also, I want you to pay special attention to what is the difference between how God created the plants and the animals versus how God created mankind in creating Adam and Eve, and what does that tell us about the value that God places on us as humans. Lastly, definitely pay attention to how chapter 2 ends. The very last verse of chapter 2 is a clear setup for what you'll be reading the next time you read through Genesis in chapter 3. That's all I'm going to give you. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to text me. You all have my number. I'd love to have a conversation with you as you're going through the book of Genesis.